After the wars that occurred, Dracula was captured, and his head was cut off. The severed head was brought to Istanbul, and buried in the ground on the Voivode Road. Welcome to the Mysteries of Cities. Today, we present you with a topic filled with fear and tension that will take you to a mystical part of history. Our topic is Dracula really in Istanbul? Dracula is a famous Gothic horror and thriller novel written in 1897 by Irish author, Bram Stoker. This novel narrates the story of Count Dracula, a fictional vampire. The first film inspired by Bram Stoker's renowned novel Dracula, was produced in 1931. This film, starring Bela Lugosi's unforgettable performance, increased the popularity of the vampire figure and laid the foundation for the modern vampire myth.
I am Dracula.
It's really good to see you.
Although there are rumors that the distinctive canine teeth of the Dracula character gained popularity due to this film, in reality, the first film in Turkey to feature Dracula with his iconic vampire teeth was Dracula is in Istanbul, shot in 1953. In this film, the character of Dracula displayed his iconic vampire teeth, which have become a significant representation of vampires in global popular culture. Over time, the character of Dracula and the vampire theme have given rise to a subgenre known as vampire films, which hold a significant place in the horror genre. So, from which sources did Bram Stoker draw inspiration while writing the novel Dracula? This is where the main subject of our video comes into play. The primary source of inspiration is Vlad III. Vlad III was a prince who ruled in the Wallachian region of Romania during the 15th century. According to legend, Vlad III is known for his tyrannical and ruthless rule, inflicting cruel tortures, such as impalement on his enemies. Stoker shaped the vampire character, drawing inspiration from this terrifying reputation and the legends surrounding Vlad III. So, who is this Vlad III? And what is the connection to our topic?
Surely this ruler has a name.
Vlad Dracula.
Vlad Tepish, meaning Vlad the Impaler, was himself a governor. This title was bestowed upon commanders or governors of voivodes at the time. Thus, Vlad III was referred to as the Impaler Voivode. Known for his fearsome reputation, Vlad III ruled over the Wallachian Principality during the 15th century. He was notorious for his brutal tactics involving impaling his enemies. His brutal rule attracted the attention of the Ottoman Empire and ultimately led to confrontation. Throughout his life, Vlad had a significant connection to the Turks. Vlad's descendants were known as Draculashti, a term derived from Vlad's father's affiliation with the Order of the Dragon. The word Dracul means dragon, and to describe themselves, they used Dracula, children of the dragon. Additionally, Dracul translates to devil in Romanian. Dracula is pronounced as the son of the devil. Vlad III was brought to Istanbul at a young age when the region he ruled fell under the protection of the Ottoman Empire. He became childhood friends with Fatih Sultan Mehmet, and swore an oath of brotherhood. However, over time, a conflict emerged within Vlad's mind. He trapped between allegiance to the Ottoman Empire, and Romania's independence. Vlad transformed into a cruel ruler, infamous for impaling as many as 100,000 people. It is known that he rebelled against the Ottoman Empire, proclaimed his independence, and subjected ambassadors from Istanbul to torture. Some rumors are even more gruesome, suggesting that he engaged in inhumane acts such as drinking the blood of his victims. There are also rumors that he drank Turkish blood to achieve victory against the Ottomans. During that era, stories about bloodthirsty creatures, potentially stemming from Vlad III, frequently circulated in Romania and its vicinity. These stories gradually led to the acceptance of the existence of vampires in the Ottoman Empire, particularly in the western regions. This acceptance eventually gave rise to the concept of blood-sucking mythical beings known as vampires. Vampire hunting even became a profession. In subsequent years, the renowned Islamic scholar Abu Suud Effendi issued a fatwa concerning vampires. The fatwa stated that vampires were genuine beings and posed a serious threat. It cautioned that vampires could emerge from graves to harm people, emphasizing the need for precautions. Methods such as driving a stake into the hearts of corpses were recommended as safeguards against vampires. Despite the lack of scientific evidence for the existence of vampires today, vampire legends continue to inspire stories centered on fear. Let's come to the story that takes place between the moment of Mehmed the Conqueror and Vlad Dracula III. The paths of these two friends diverged due to events and their desire for independence. The Ottoman army besieged Wallachia. Vlad resisted, but eventually was forced to escape. After years in exile, Vlad returned to reclaim his title as prince, only to once again become the target of the Ottomans. Ultimately, in 1476, the newly appointed Ottoman voivode of Wallachia, Radu, swiftly carried out the order given to him, and Vlad Dracula was captured in the Transylvanian forests. His head was severed. So, what relevance does this matter have to Istanbul? According to rumors, Vlad Dracula's severed head was sent to Istanbul, and at the behest of the palace, it was impaled and paraded through the streets of the city. Subsequently, the skull was reportedly buried at a location on the street now called Bankla Street. And as you might guess, a commercial building was constructed at the burial site, Voivode Khan. The current name of the street likely derives from the burial of Vlad's head there, thus incorporating the term Voivode. Interestingly, there is a commercial building named Voivode Khan on this street. Some research suggests that a part of the building might have housed the skull. This marks the inception of a legend shrouded in mystery and darkness. Is Vlad's head really in Istanbul? According to Nicolae Podoaru, the eccentric leader of the Transylvanian Dracula Society, Vlad's head was brought to Istanbul, exhibited, and eventually buried. Does Voivode Khan in Istanbul provide a clue to this enigma? Or is this merely a legend? This historical building in the Galata district rises along Voivode Street, also known as Bankala Street. It is also referred to as the Voivode Way, as mentioned in the travelogue written by the Ottoman Turkish traveller Evliya Çelebi in the 17th century. Although it's estimated that Voivode Khan was constructed in 1903 or 1904, the exact identity of its builder remains unknown. As you can see, history continues to guard its secrets. Nicolae Podoaru's claims, and the legends surrounding Voivode Khan offer intriguing clues for unraveling this mystery. What are your thoughts at this point? Is Vlad Dracula's severed head really in Istanbul? Or is this just a legend? Or do you know something different? To what extent do you find Podoaru's claims plausible? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for joining us on this mysterious adventure through the dark corridors of history today. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more captivating stories. And remember, while truth may remain concealed, it's always worth pursuing. Goodbye.